Okay, page 455. Here we go. Now, this one doesn't seem too bad. Z-scores, right? So they're supposed to fill the bottles with 300 milliliters, but the average actually is 298 with a standard deviation of 3. What is the probability of an individual bottle, just one, having less than 295? Well, we're just going to do a z-score. So z-score with the number that we're interested in, which is 295, subtract the average for that population, 298, and divide it by the standard deviation. Let's see what that z-score is. Well, the z-score is -1. Let's see. What's the probability that an individual bottle contains less than that? Okay. So we're not going to subtract it from 1. We're just going to, so here's the graph, right? Here we are at 0. We're at 1 standard deviation. What's the probability that it's less than that? So we'll do normal CDF with -1,000 and -1 and see what that area is. And using normal CDF, I get a 0.158. So about a 16% chance that that might happen with one bottle. Seems pretty reasonable. But what if you took 60 bottles, right? Let's see. No, 6. Whoops. 6 randomly selected bottles. Okay, then the average of those was less than 95. Well, if this is true, I have a feeling that having 6 bottles with an average of less than 295 is going to have a much smaller chance of that happening. Okay, let's see what happens. So we just end up doing the problem again, just with a smaller standard deviation. Now, does the 10% rule apply? Well, we can assume that there are over 60 bottles of soda, okay? Are there 60 bottles of soda? Yeah, probably. Now, what about normal? Well, we do see that our sample size is pretty small, but they tell us in the problem that it's a normally distributed population. So normal is stated in the problem. Okay, so now let's do the work. So here's our z-score set up. The number we're interested in, our average, our new standard deviation, and what does that give us? Wow, so that's pretty far down there. If you think about what the graph looks like, we're saying the probability, if this is true, what they're saying, the probability of getting 6 bottles where the average is 295 is way down here. Remember, here's 0, -2.45 standard deviations, and that little area, 295 or less as an average for those 6 bottles. Let's see what that is. And using normal CDF, -1,000 as a lower and -2.459 as the upper, you get about a 0.007, okay? So there's a very low probability that that would happen, provided what the company is saying is true. Okay, there's that one.